Shivoham, welcome back to Life of Chicky. We are on the game board of Yudi's diary. Yudi and all his friends have come back to school after a long vacation, and the entire class is busy discussing all that they did during their vacations. Each one is taking turns to share their vacation stories. There is this one girl named Shanti in the class who loves to read. Every vacation, she dedicates her time to read various books. This time too, she has read a few books. She says, "This vacation, I read stories from the Arabian Nights. I must say, there were many fantastic stories. I would like to share my favorite story. I love this story because it is really funny and I laughed hysterically. Long ago, a sultan whose name was Sharir ruled over a large kingdom. His queen was a good storyteller. Each night, she would tell a story to the king. She narrated ancient Persian and Arabic folk tales. This is one of the stories from the Arabian Nights." Started Shanti. Now she is about to narrate the story. She continues. In the city of Kashgar lived a barber who was a great talker. Once the Sultan called the barber to shave his head. The barber started talking non-stop instead of shaving. The Sultan got angry. "When are you going to stop talking and begin to do your work?" The barber replied, You do me an enquiry by calling me a chatterer, for everyone says I am very quiet. I have 6 brothers whom you might call chatterers. Their names are Bakban, Bakburia, Bakbak, Alkoz, Al-Nashi and Shakabak. One is humpbacked, one is toothless, one is half blind, one is quite blind, one is deaf, and the other has a defect in his speech, and they are all great talkers. But I am the youngest of my family, and I am very quiet and sparing with words. "Give him the 3 pieces of gold," the Sultan cried, losing all patience, "and send him away. I will not be shaved today." "My master," cried the barber, "it is not I who came to seek you. It was you who ordered me to come. So I will not quit your house till I have shaved you." He then began narrating another story, which lasted half an hour. "Stop making your fine speeches and let me go quickly. I have an affair of the greatest importance. I have to go out at noon," said the Sultan. When he saw that the Sultan was really angry with him, the barber said, "Oh master, do not be angry. I will begin to shave you." Saying this, he washed the Sultan's head and began to shave. But he had not touched him even 4 minutes with the razor when he stopped and said, "My master, you are acting hastily in this matter." "Go on shaving me. Speak no more," ordered the Sultan. "Be patient," said the barber. "Perhaps you have not considered well what you are going to do. I wish you would tell me what this matter of great importance is all about, and then I will give you my opinion on it." "Finish shaving at once," the Sultan exclaimed. But instead of doing this, the barber left the Sultan half-shaved to go and see what time it was. "My patience is exhausted," the Sultan cried. "Be calm, my master, and you shall be shaved in a moment," said the barber, and saying this, he continued shaving the Sultan. But while he was doing this, he could not help talking. "If you could inform me what this important affair is, I would give more advice, which you might find useful," he said. The Sultan was completely fed up by now and decided to satisfy the barber. He told him that he was giving a feast to some friends at noon, which was why he was in a hurry to leave. When the barber heard the Sultan mention a feast, he exclaimed, "That reminds me, yesterday I invited 4 or 5 friends to come to my house today, but I had quite forgotten it and have not made any preparations for them." The The Sultan, who was at mercy of the barber, was ready to do anything to be rid of him. "Be quick and finish your work," the Sultan replied, "and you shall have all the food that has been prepared for me today." "Please show me the food so that I may judge if it is enough for my 5 friends." "I have enough food for you," the Sultan exclaimed. But he ordered that all the food prepared for his feast be brought in. The barber looked over the food and said, "This is very good, but I shall want some fruit for the dessert also." The Sultan, in desperation, since his head was half shaved, ordered that the fruits should also be brought in. The barber left off shaving the Sultan to examine each dish separately. This took up half an hour. The Sultan stamped his feet impatiently, but the barber did not hurry. At length, however, he again took up the razor, but after a few minutes of work, stopped suddenly and cried, "I never knew that you were so generous." And that, my friends, is the story of the Talkative Barber. It was Shanti who was narrating the story. How do you like it? Which was the funniest part of the story? Do you like the barber or the king? By asking these questions, she concluded her story. The entire class was now busy discussing the story, while Yudi was lost in his thoughts. Jane is very quiet. Everyone expects her to speak. Here, there is a story of a barber who talks so much that everyone expects him to just shut up. Now that I have played the games, Lord Krishna will help me out. Lord Krishna, Krishna, Krishna calls out Yudi by keeping his hand on the hat. Yudi, words are very powerful. They are magical sounds that can help you make friends or break your friendship. They can also help you mend your friendship if used wisely. Use your words wisely, said Lord Krishna. But for a person like Jane, who always likes to remain quiet, words are of no use. How will she make friends? What about the people who cannot speak? Asks Yudi. Well, words are not the only means of communication and expression. Think about it. How many different ways are there to achieve the same? Our hands, face, eyes. In fact, the entire body has a beautiful language. Arts are an amazing way to express. Every action of ours communicates. Only thing that we need is the sensitivity to decode, says Lord Krishna. Yudi is lost again in his thoughts, wondering about all the different ways to communicate and express. Tonight, he will write down all his thoughts. And wait a minute, writing is also a form of expression, thought Yudi. Let's come back and let us see once again what happens in Unit 7. What will Yudi learn? What will Chicky do? And whom will they both meet in the next unit?
If you want to join us on this journey of life of Chicky, then please subscribe to this channel. Share it with everyone who loves to learn like the Pandavas. Visit our website arisegurukulam.com to join Arise India now.